And I'm going to go over the initial messages first before I go into this spread. So you've got a really, really big month ahead of you guys when it comes to like group associations, your public image, as well as how you make money. I do feel there is like a switcheroo when it comes to a lot of you for jobs, for, rethinking the way that you make money and reinventing your social and professional image. Okay. So let's just go into your reading here. Feeling is, for a lot of you, they're saying there's a reform when it comes to the way that you portray yourself in a professional environment. I feel that there's a lot of busy energy. I see you darting from place to place, doing multiple things, networking, connecting with a lot of people, setting up events, party planning, and things like that. And I don't feel that these events are just, exclusive to your birthday time. I feel that these are more professional events functions that you are attending, or you are organizing, you're helping somebody organize, or I feel that at these functions, you're going to have to be in the spotlight to either give a speech, to either communicate your point very thoroughly, and to persuade and convince others to come on board with you. So I do see, like dressing professionally. I do feel that, you're going to have to spend a lot of time kind of primping and, trying to look a certain way. And I feel like it's not for, posing or anything like that. I feel that you're doing this mainly because you want to portray or project a specific image. What I also feel is be very, very careful for those of you who are kind of like are supposed to be giving a speech, or are supposed to be like, like an expert on a specific field, and other people are kind of like calling you out on the spot in order to get your expert opinion. And I do feel that, this is like really unexpected. It's unplanned for. So I feel a lot of you might get like the jitters, like get what stage fright. And I do feel that, you're called upon unexpectedly to give a speech, or to, do a toast or do something. And other people are looking at you. So it's like all eyes on you. And it's very unexpected. It's very last minute. So just be prepared for that. Okay. So just rehearse at a time, and, take deep breaths right before you start so that you're not nervous. Okay. What I'm also feeling is that you are dealing with another person, I feel, who has a really big ego. I feel like they're a good person. They're very generous. They have a good heart. But I feel that, it's sort of like you're living in their shadows, and you're trying to break out of it. And I'm feeling specifically that a lot of you, it might be like a business partner. It might be somebody that you are collaborating with. But for some reason, they're like the face of the situation, and you're like working behind the scenes. And I feel that they might have some creative ideas that you don't really agree with. So I do see creative differences between you and another person. What I'm also sensing is there is fear about mixing business with pleasure. I would recommend that you don't do it. If you're already like involved in it, like involved romantically with somebody that you are in a work environment with, or in a professional setting with, just be very careful about not blurring these boundaries, because I do sense, kind of like hesitation. I feel like nervousness. I feel like a lot of you are doubting whether or not the other person is with you because of you, or because of what you can do for them on the professional front. Don't doubt yourself. You have a lot to offer. So I feel that, the other person knows your value in every way. So it's not just they're using you for, professional contact. So don't worry, okay? The last thing coming through is that I feel a lot of you are finding either like another way to make money, or you're rethinking the way that you've been working thus far. So I do feel a lot of creative new ventures that you are investing in. So a lot of you might be taking big risks when it comes to financial investments, or even diverting your time into a new creative venture that you don't really know how it's going to pan out. And I do see some worries, as well as, devoting a lot of your time. So you're spreading yourself quite thin this month, and I feel a lot of responsibilities and a lot of obligations, and just, a lot of things that needs to be done. I see you running around a lot. And I feel as well there might be some type of news regarding health issues, either for you specifically or coming through from family members or coming through from people around you. I feel like you might have to deliver bad news, or you might hear bad news regarding health issues, mental health, physical health as well. Okay, so let's go into your reading. Um, One of the first things that I'm sensing here is you've got the Prince of Wands and the World. And I've laid out the cards ahead of time just to, it's a little bit distracting for me to try to shuffle and try to relay the messages. So I'm trying to make sure that I don't forget anything that might be pertinent before. So I shuffle the cards out ahead of time. So you have here the Prince of Wands. This is a fire sign, a Sagittarius, an Aries, or a Leo. And it's linked up here with the World. And I do feel for a lot of you, you have somebody coming into your life to introduce you to a new way of doing things, of living things, opening up your professional and social contact. They are bringing a lot of travel opportunities as well. They are bringing you like a wealth of knowledge. They're trying to expand you, geographically and also philosophically. So I feel there is a lot of like, I would say like intellectual and emotional exchanges between you and another person, especially this fire sign, sun, moon, or rising. Okay, so Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. What I feel they are coming through with is a lot of creative ideas that will really broaden your horizon. And I do sense that there are creative differences between you and this person. You might not agree on the way that you've been living. I feel that they are very exciting, quite attractive, very charming, and, really like very captivating is what I'm feeling. And you're kind of swept off your feet by this person. It's not always a romantic interest, but I feel that this is a person that really, they come with a lot of exciting energy. And they're bringing you a lot of new ideas that you haven't really considered. What I do sense is a lot of you might be attending many, many functions with this person, and you're trying to network together. And I feel that, one person is like the center stage. So the fire sign might be the one that is, like in the spotlight, and you are kind of like working behind the scenes. And I do feel that, there might be times when the fire sign is kind of stumped, and then everyone is turning to you for backup, and I feel like it's coming through unexpectedly. I don't feel that I feel like this is a very generous, very exciting, very good person. They have a good heart and they have the right intentions. Okay, what is coming through next is we have the Prince of Pentacles as well as the Death card. Now, I feel like a lot of you in your work environment, you have been playing it pretty safe, okay? And that's not a bad thing, but what I feel is that, let's just say you have, for some of you, you have a lot of income generating potential. You have a lot of skills that employers really look for, and you have a lot of education or even work experience to garner you a higher paying job. A lot of you might have been staying stuck in one job, mainly because it's secure, it's stable. And I feel that, you, in the past, you might have stuck with this job because it was stable and it was secure. And I feel this is the month in which you are reassessing your financial situation. And I feel that, it's a lot of the times if we love a job, we can definitely stay there for as long as we still love the job and as long as we're still learning from the job. I feel that you are maxed out when it comes to learning anything new. And I feel that you're just going through the motions because the job is secure, the job is stable. But I definitely feel you can expand your income generating potential if you were to look elsewhere, and if you were to, network professionally, have a LinkedIn account, or, look online for listings that are in the similar industry or even different industry with the same job function. I do feel your skills are transferable, and I feel like you might have been stuck in a rut when it comes to work, mainly because you felt as if your skills were not transferable. But this is the month for you to really branch off, and I feel that, you're coming across A lot of people who are doing a lot of creative things, they're making a lot of money, and I do sense that it's really inspiring you to try to aim for more. So your way of making money, or whatever you've been doing in the past or are doing this month, I do feel you are reassessing it and to see how your skills are transferable so that you can look for new work, and at least you can branch out, or even, ditch a 9 to 5 job for some creative venture that might not be stable, but is definitely more exciting, and it brings about an element of risk associated with it as well. It's linked up here with the Death card, and the Death card is a major arcana card that indicates major transformation, major ways of doing that needs to be left behind so that we can, invite new energies, new opportunities, new people, and new ways of doing into the fold. And this is a very, very positive card as it pertains to your financial sector and your work environment. So I feel a lot of you are going through this total purging period where you're just like, what have I been doing? How has my financial situation been humming along? So I feel like things are going well for a majority of you, but you want more out of life. And I feel like you're not really learning any new skills at the current job. So you might be looking for something else. Okay. A lot of you are students and you're just, doing the part-time thing, and it's not going to lead to a career, but you're keeping at it. And I do feel that you are, the income generating potential is definitely stable there, but you're thinking about more and you're wanting a lot more. So a lot of you might undertake internships as well in order to expand your resume, in order to land better jobs in the future. What is coming through next here? I do have the King of Swords and the Nine of Swords. So let me just talk about this combination because it's a little bit worrisome. The King of Swords is an air sign. This is an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra. This is somebody who is very, very intelligent. They are go-getter. They're very like type A, like go, go, go. I do feel they are very methodical. So at least, they're rational. They sit down with an idea before they rush right in and implement it. So I do feel you're dealing with someone who is very, very strategic, and they might be kind of like on your tail, kind of push you to do things in a quicker manner. I'm getting like a little bit of impatience with this person, you to them or them to you, about how things are being done. There might be some communication snags between you and this air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising, as it pertains to like, I feel like they're putting themselves out there and they want you to follow suit. They want you to be a little bit more proactive, and they want to push you to make decisions and to do things. And I feel that you have a lot on your plate right now, so you're not really sure how to proceed with this person. For many of you, this can be, like a friend, family member, and for others, this can be a romantic interest who is showing you that they are interested in you, but you're still trying to assess like what to do. There might have been some jarring communication, like communication blockages, or some recent, arguments and disputes coming through from this person. It's linked up here with the Nine of Swords, which indicates to me a lot of staying up late at night, worrying, reminiscing about the past, and even ruminating about situations, replaying certain things, certain conversations, certain encounters over and over and over again in your mind. And I do feel that, you're not getting enough sleep. I feel that a lot of you are very, very busy. You're constantly moving around. There's so many emails and text messages and voicemails and, things like that you are that you're inundated with. And I feel like it's stressful to the point where you are not really sure how to triage, like, what email to answer first, what email is not important. So I feel that you need to really sit down, get it taken care of once and for all, and then, you won't have it hanging over your head anymore, okay? What is coming through last here? We have the Princess of Pentacles. So this is the Page of Pentacles, as well as the Six of Wands. And what I'm sensing here is that, first of all, this is a specific message for somebody who is partnering up with somebody else who's got a very big ego, okay? And that can be good or bad, but I feel like this is a person that is it's kind of like me. You're helping somebody behind the scenes, and I feel that they're getting a lot of recognition. And I want you to reassess this situation to see if you're getting enough enjoyment, personal satisfaction, monetary payment, as well as, if spiritually this is something that you want to do, because I feel you're diverting a lot of attention to boost and to bolster another person. Just make sure that the relationship, or that partnership is there is enough reciprocity, that it is balanced, and that you're not working for free. Because I feel like you're getting little bits and pieces and scraps, and the other person is getting like a lot of positive reception. And I feel like they're kind of, I'm sensing that they're not as grateful as they should be, based on whatever you're giving to them. So just, make sure, you need to have a discussion about this. Make sure things are as it should be. Make sure that the energy, the whoever is putting in, investing a lot of their energy, make sure that situation is balanced out, because I feel like it's teetering on the brink of like a lot of imbalances. Okay, somebody is like working for somebody else, doing a lot of the work, and the other person is reaping all the benefits. And I feel like it should be a partnership. It's not really like employer-employee, but you're dealing with another person who is all about them. They're not as thoughtful and they're not as considerate. So I feel that coming through for those of you who are, especially, in a partnership with somebody else, and you're trying to bolster them up or boost them up at your expense. So just be careful about where you're giving your energy away, and make sure things are being reciprocated, and make sure they're grateful for your contributions. Okay, don't just blindly dump your time, your resources, hoping the situation is going to pan out. On the other hand, for those of you who are starting new jobs, I do feel that you're learning a lot. There's a lot of technical information that you're supposed to absorb, and almost like somebody kind of like hovering over you, making sure that you're doing things by the book and you're doing things well. And I feel like, if it starts at the beginning of the month where you are starting a new job or a new position, I feel like I'm sensing that you have somebody hovering over you, micromanaging. They're telling you to like fetch this, fetch that, and they're very fast. I feel like they're very nimble on their toes, and they're throwing a lot of information at you. And I feel like you're successfully, even though it's a little bit difficult, it's a little bit challenging. I feel that a lot of you have a very systematic mind where you're able to filter out, organize technical information. So you're not letting them inundate you. It is a little bit worrisome at first, but I do feel by the end of the month, things are going to be just fine. Okay, you're going to be getting very positive reception, positive performance reviews, especially for those of you who are looking for new jobs and you're kind of like working on a probationary or temporary basis. You're going to get really positive reception, positive reviews on whoever's supervising you. From whoever is supervising you, excuse me. Now, in terms of your advice, we do have the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles is a great, great, great business card. This is a very finance, business, professional oriented month for a lot of you. This is a card about expansion, okay? Learning new skills, incorporating those new skills into the work environment so you're able to streamline processes, you're able to collaborate with teach other people, train other people, or even you yourself are going through some type of training where you are learning a lot of information and you're able to expand either your skills, your mind, or even the work that you're doing. So I do see you juggling multiple projects, and it's coming at you very, very quickly, and you have to be very quick, very nimble on your toes. Okay, I don't see a lot of stagnation in this spread. If anything, there's like a lot of like swift energy, a lot of momentum coming through. We do have the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords basically indicates a major, major victory. It indicates communication breakthrough. It also indicates like triumphing over something that might have been potentially very problematic for you. It was really stressful. There might have been like a vertical learning curve when it comes to, absorbing new technical information. A lot of you might be working with networks, computers, going through school, like learning some very technical information. I do see IT. I do see like computer science, and I do feel a lot of people are kind of like I'm getting, you know, for some of you, I'm getting like I'm getting a lot of students who are still in grad school who are working, and there's heavy demands from employers. And then I'm getting a lot of you are like running back and forth, and in a very technical field, like I feel engineering, I feel computer science, I feel the biological sciences as well. And you're staying up very late in order to like nail down this one thing that you didn't catch while you were in class or while you were at work, and it happens so fast that you're just like, I need to really sit down and understand the ins and out and how things work. I do see a lot of people are doing some type of repair. I do feel computer. I feel like sound system and, you know, a lot of machinery that you are either repairing or learning how to operate. And I feel that, you know, you're getting a little bit frustrated. So just be careful. But we are going to have some major breakthrough coming through the end of the month where things are going to start to click, the light bulb comes on, and you're not going to be kept in the dark anymore. So they're pretty much saying here with the Ten of Swords, the worst of it is over. I do see a lot of anxieties and worries and, you know, staying up very late to absorb things and to, you know, systematically work something out or figure something out. I see a lot of people taking things apart as well. And we have the Nine of Swords here and the Ten of Swords. So they're pretty much saying, you know, there is going to be some type of respite, some type of reprieve by the end of this month, and it's going to be good for you. I pulled out two cards to clarify the Ten of Swords. And we have here the Queen of Wands. This is a fire sign. This is a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. I feel like it might be the same person coming through at the beginning where they're throwing a lot of information at you. They're bringing about a lot of new, exciting people. They have a good heart, but I feel that, you know, they might gloss over your needs. At the end of the month, they're coming through. There will be communication from this person. If they feel like, if you feel like they have been very nonchalant or kind of like dismissive when it comes to what you need, there is going to be some type of breakthrough with them. uh, I feel like a heartfelt conversation to see like which direction things are going, and that if you're in a partnership with them, you're going to be able to figure out how to balance out, you know, who's doing what, so that you don't feel like you're the one constantly working behind the scenes and they're reaping all the accolades. Okay, so I do see some balancing out, some type of breakthrough in communication that will allow you both to come together. So it is a very busy month, Capricorns. Keep yourself, you know, rested, rehydrate, keep yourself rested, okay? And learn to say no to if you're taking on too much responsibilities that don't, you know, that belong to other people, okay? So let's see what's in store for you for love, romance, and relationships, for singles and people who are in relationships. So what is in store for Capricorns? Okay, well, 16. I feel a lot of you are holding back a bit, which is great. You're pulling back your energy and you're not like going full force when it comes to, you know, pursuing somebody that that might not be appreciative. Okay, I'm going to need to pull out another card here for the Five of Pentacles. All right. So this is quite interesting. Okay, so let me talk about this first, because I feel like a lot of you are dealing with this right now, and it's I just feel like it's a little bit funny from my point of view looking at this, okay? So first of all, what we have here is the Hangman, and the Hangman is kind of like being in a situation where you really want to get out there to date. You really want to, you know, move ahead with new people. You want to expand your social network. You really want to expand your social contact. But I feel that you're in a situation where you're not able to do that. A lot of you are just inundated with a lot of work. You're like, you know, studying, you're working multiple jobs, you're running. There's also a lot of like just, you know, You might have a lot of kids, and I feel that they're just trying to find the time to maintain all the pieces in your life. It's already a major challenge for you, and you might not even have the time to really, branch off and to start dating. On the other hand, this is a card about, social dating as well. If you look at this card, the Eight of Pentacles in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, it's the man working away at the options, and he's got the options lined up on a wall. So what I feel is this is a situation where you have many, many, many people that you're talking to. So you might be, single and on the dating scene, either online or in person, or just doing some type of speed dating. There are a lot of options coming through, but you're still very busy and you're still keeping yourself kind of hung up, mainly because you're not able to like really have time to devote to one specific person. And others of you just might really enjoy the friendship, so you don't really want to take things to the next level, mainly because you enjoy all the people that you're interacting with, and no one is really, I feel like there is a spark of interest between you and another person, but no one is really like standing out. You don't have that automatic sense of like, physical or even, emotional or even sexual attraction with another person just yet. You're encountering nice people. I feel they're quite reliable. They're bringing a different perspective into your life, but you're not really sure how you feel about that. It might be a little bit too disruptive to your schedule or to your time, okay? I have here the Five of Pentacles, and this came out first, so I pulled the Eight of Pentacles to clarify. The Five of Pentacles, when it comes to a love relationship type of a situation, this is a card about, not getting the response from the other person. You text them, they might ghost you. You try to, send them an email, and you're kind of left hanging because you don't really know if they received the message or if they are just ignoring you. So this is a very uncomfortable space to be in, where you're not really sure if the other person is responding, or you're not really sure if if they are ignoring you, or if they've received it but they haven't had the time to respond to you, or if they haven't received it at all. So there's a lot of like, ruminating over a situation and trying to make sense of it. And I do feel that you are in a space where you are lacking answers or concrete answers from another person, okay? It's linked up as well with the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel for a lot of you, finances might just be honestly affecting your relationship. If you are in a coupled relationship, a lot of you might be, trying to figure out how to figure out work situations, figure out spending, figuring out who is doing what, who is chipping in how much, and trying to sort out your financial foundation with another person. So that might also interfere with the romance in your existing, partnership or relationship, or a significant, like a marriage partner, a marriage partnership, excuse me. So I feel there are many, many financial considerations. A lot of people are working like multiple jobs is what I'm sensing. And I feel like right now you are thinking about working smart rather than working hard. So you might even change careers, or might even find something that pays you a little bit more. So you're not working all the time, so that you have time to have, a social life and a vibrant, healthy dating life. So in the past position, what we have here is this is the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles in this deck, it depicts to me a person that is realizing how much they're worth, and I feel this is your energy, okay? You are realizing how much you're worth and how desirable of a partner you are, and I feel that you are moving ahead, trying to find new people, trying to branch out, and trying to find people who are like-minded, so that you can jive well with them. But I do feel this is indicative of looking back at the past, like trying to move on with your life, but you're still bogged down with memory of another person from your past. And I feel that, given a chance, if the other person clean up their act, or if the other person wills it, I feel that you will come back to re-engage with them and have another relationship with them, or have another go at another relationship with them. So I feel like a lot of you are dealing with this situation where you are still bogged down, and you're still like kind of like haunted by the memories of another person that you've been dealing with in the past. You are, I feel like there might have been stoppage in communication between you and that person. You're filling your time with like new dating prospects, or you're filling your time with a lot of work in order to get over this person, okay? The foundation here is something that you know to be true. We have, once again, another Pentacles card. This is the Seven of Pentacles, where we are putting a lot of our time and resources and emotions into a situation, and we're waiting for the harvest. And I do feel that whatever you're putting in, whatever route, whoever it is that you are deciding to put yourself, your time in and your energy in, a lot of you are getting very, very strong payout from this person. So if you are investing your time in another person, they are going to be reciprocating for you. I feel a lot of you might be dealing with another earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And a lot of you might be dealing with a fire sign as well, a Sagittarius, an Aries, or a Leo. And I do sense like this is the month in which, whatever effort you're putting in is not being kind of like glossed over or taken for granted. I feel that, whoever it is you're romantically involved with, either you're dating them, just newly dating, or you're in a serious relationship, I feel that your partner's coming around and there's a lot of stability overall that is indicated in your romantic sector. You might be spending a lot of time at work, and you might be, switching jobs, doing multiple jobs, and I feel like somebody's partner is coming through to like help them clean the house, do the dishes, take out the trash, even though they don't even live there. So, they might come over and visit, and they might help you with these logistical things, and you're just like, wow, that was really sweet. So I feel like a lot of you, your efforts in the past are not being like taken for granted. I do feel there is reciprocity, and I do sense, there is like somebody's coming through to help you on a practical level. And it's not the most romantic thing, ever, taking out the trash. However, it does indicate to you that they do care about you and that they notice the things that you need help with. And I feel that, they might not have much to offer you, but they can offer themselves their services. They can even offer help in a practical way to alleviate your burden. So I do feel all of that coming through. For others of you, I feel like there might be, a lot of demands on the family front. It is the holiday season here. So family demands is like, I see a lot of trips, especially for those of you who are married or in a serious relationship. A lot of trips, a lot of family interference, but not in a bad way. It's just a very crowded environment. There's a lot of work to do to accommodate everybody. So that is also like family from your end, from your partner's end, is coming through, and it might interfere with the romance in the relationship, but it's not major. I feel like there's a lot of preparation as a result of family coming through, or a lot of people coming through, like in and out of your housing environment, okay? Now, the crowning energy, and the crowning energy is something that you are thinking about. We do have here the Page of Pentacles as well as the Hermit. The Page of Pentacles, this is your card. This is a card about you kind of like making your feelings known, laying things out on the table. And I do feel the other person is retreating, okay? I feel like a lot of you are in a position where you are offering yourself to another person. Kind of like, hey, I like you. Let's go on a date. Let's meet me Saturday for brunch, Saturday for dinner. And then the other person is like recoiling. They're not really sure if they trust the offer. So I feel like you're dealing with somebody who has some emotional baggage that they haven't really gotten over just yet. And then, vice versa, I feel that somebody is making a solid gesture towards you, and they're just like, let's just meet on a date. I really like you. Let's go on a date. And I feel like you're recoiling because I feel that you're still stuck on this person from the past, okay? And you're still trying to figure out how they're doing, why they ghosted you, or why, or like what's going on with them. So I do feel that, on the one hand, a lot of offers are coming through, but on the other hand, you're like not emotionally ready just yet. You are sequestering yourself mainly because there's a lot of work to be done. And you might be in a situation where financially you're not on top of the game, and you don't feel comfortable going out, expending, like spending a lot of money or expending a lot of resources that you might not have, or you might need at a later date. So I feel that you're kind of iffy about how you want to proceed with that offer. Now, what is coming through for a lot of you, this is a very, very good card, or a good combination of cards. We have the Ten of Cups, which is like the apex of emotional happiness. This is coming through sometime this month, and I do feel, possibly from the 16th onwards, So the lady coming through, a lot of emotional support coming through from families, from loved ones as well, and especially from a romantic partner. I feel that your efforts are being appreciated, are being noticed, and are being reciprocated as well. So I do feel there is going to be some type of traction. If you are applying for work, there's like new jobs that will allow you to significantly boost your income generating potential so that you can, invest more in your relationship so that you're not worried about finances and you can really put yourself out there to start dating. And I do feel that you're going to be very, very positively received, okay? For those of you who are dealing with a fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, this is a sun, moon, or rising sign. There's a lot of reciprocity between you and this person, and I do feel that they're going to go above and beyond to give you a grand gesture to show you that they really care about you and that they really want to be with you. I feel that this person is going to make you very, very, very happy. For others of you who are dealing with an earth sign, I feel like there's kind of I'm sensing like there's kind of like this, back and forth between you and them. Timing might be a little bit off. It might correct itself by after the 16th of this month. But I feel like, you're single and you want to head towards them, but then they might be attached. And then they're single, they want to head towards you, and you're talking to somebody else. So I feel like the timing, it's not that you don't like each other. I feel that, the feelings are there, but the timing to get together, the timing to like solidify things are not, you're not in accordance with one another on an energetic level. So things are going to take some time before they start to take off, okay? So I do feel this is a really good month overall, so don't worry too much about your financial situation. Make sure that you spend time with with each other, and things you don't always have to go out to have fun and to have a good time. A lot of things can be done around the neighborhood or even within the household. Okay, so carve some time for your partner. I feel like you're very, very busy. And I feel that, no matter what, your efforts are being reciprocated on the romantic reading. Please visit my website where you can view my availability. And, it's a very easy process to set up the appointment. It's all automated and all online. I've also